Joining our conversation, MSNBC contributor Mike Barnicle, NBC News Capitol Hill correspondent and host of Way Too Early, Casey Hunt, host of the podcast On Brand with Donnie Deutsch, and associate professor of political science at Fordham University, Christina Greer, the BBC's Caddy K, still with us as well, Joe. So we've been talking about this bombshell story this morning in the New York Times, Joe, about the Justice Department under Donald Trump and what it did, the lengths to which it went to secure these records. Apple was under a gag order until just recently, which is why these members of Congress and their families have now been told that their records were in fact subpoenaed by the Justice Department.
Yeah, Casey Hunt, I've got to believe, I was talking about this last hour, I've got to believe even some Republicans on the Hill who actually have read the Constitution and understand what Article 1 of the Constitution means and understand Madisonian checks and balances and how important that is, and actually see themselves as set apart as a separate and equal branch from the executive branch. I find it hard to believe that Republicans aren't just as concerned and disturbed by this as a lot of Democrats. I can tell you when I was up there, oh my God, if something like this had happened, the chairman, the chairwomen, the leaders would have torn to shreds a president of their own party if there had been an investigation against that president and then the president decided to use his Justice Department to start seizing records and to spy on them. It sounds, I mean, it sounds beyond Nixonian to me.
You're absolutely right, Joe. And, you know, one of the ways in which Congress has changed, you know, in my view, for the worse, just because it has really damaged the way our separation of powers is supposed to work, is that Congress has often said recently, OK, we don't want to make tough political decisions and we'll give that power to the White House. They can do it. Things like votes on Syria and things like that, that ultimately they just decided they didn't want to deal with it. The thing is that, I don't know that you're going to see any Republicans in this case come out and criticize the former president in any way, even though I am sure that they actually do feel that way. I mean, this is unbelievable. And I mean, it goes back to, the creation of the Senate Select Intelligence Committee and the House Intelligence Committee and in the Church Committee investigation of how Nixon was using the federal government against American citizens. And it's the idea that the Justice Department would be getting records from these members while they were actually conducting an investigation is beyond the pale. I mean, I've already heard from a number of members in the last, 12 hours or so since this story first came out, saying, "I'm sorry, what?" And for it to go unknown for so many years, quite frankly, because of what they did with Apple, it's just incredibly remarkable. So the reality, though, is like I'll be surprised if the investigation into this is significantly bipartisan, and if you start to see substantial criticism. We'll see. Maybe they'll surprise us, but I've said that before and never been surprised, Joe.